Hi everybody. Hi everybody, my name is Tobi and I am Formula E editor for ThePitCrewOnline, and since we are so close to the grand finale of the inaugural Formula E Championship in 2014 and 2015, only one event is left, actually two events, with the London ePrix being a double header. Basically we only have one weekend left, and this is basically the reason why it is time for a hashtag Ask Tobi, the last one before the Formula E season ends. And basically I asked you on Twitter to send in questions either to my private account or to the ThePitCrewOnline's account, and I'm going to answer your questions. So let's get started. The first question comes from Jordan at JSPF1_10, and he asks, Ask Tobi, what has been your most memorable moment of the inaugural season of Formula E? Basically there have been two brilliant moments. The first one was of course the Heidfeld and Prost accident in Beijing in the last September. It simply has to be the absolute highlight moment of the season, and I'm quite sure several people said yes, after that racing, after that accident which was on their mind, I'm going to continue watching it in Malaysia. The other best moment was the Berlin ePrix weekend. The entire weekend, the entire day was simply amazing. It was such a brilliant idea to go there. I mean, basically I was able to write articles in the media center there with 15 years old. This is record breaking apparently. So I am the youngest ever journalist to be accredited by the FIA, and basically taking pictures there, writing articles, such a fun experience, and I am so looking forward to the ePrix in Berlin next year. So these were my two favorite moments of this season: Beijing accident and basically the entire Berlin event. But I have to say the Putrajaya, how do you even pronounce this name? Putrajaya. The Malaysian ePrix was, in terms of racing, the best one. At Floral Girly, Sophie asks, who has the highest chance of winning this year, or is the gap still open for anyone? Well, mathematically, there are 6 people in the championship left who could win the championship. One of them is Sam Birch from Great Britain, but he would have to score 60 points, which would be both wins, 2 fastest laps, and basically 2 pole positions. And PK should not score. PK is in the lead of the championship ahead of Di Grassi at the moment, and I would say PK has it safe. My tip for the championship ending is PK in first, Di Grassi, and then probably Buemi, as it is now. At Maxwell Phillips asks, hashtag Ask Tobi, why do Formula E cars have gears? Nice question, mate. Basically, Formula E cars have gears since they just wanted to have it exciting, a little bit like Formula 1. You might have to ask Hooland there, who produced the gearboxes, but it is possible that the gears are to be dropped for the 3rd season, which would make sense basically. But it is another aspect of racing which is kept in Formula E with having gears. I have no idea why they really have gears, because it is not necessary. I guess it would just be for, let's stick to Formula 1 courses a bit. At the Ben Gosling asks, at the PitCrew 2000, how long until the FE becomes a championship where teams have freedom over car design? Hashtag Ask Tobi. Yes, this is a question I know the answer for. The 5th season. So basically there is a 5-year plan from a gag being introduced before the 1st season even started, and in 5 years the championship should be an open championship, and basically the teams are yet to develop their batteries, and for the next year they even can develop their motors, and they are getting more and more freedom in terms of development. And in the 5th season, so 2019-20, we are going to have an open championship which is free for development and research for all the teams, which is going to be an exciting aspect. Because in terms of electric mobility, there is so much you can look after and so much you can develop and have to develop, and Formula E is going to be a great chance for the industry there. At Norman MST asks, at Jackie Flutter, what is Formula E? The next question comes from TaylorTom1976 at ThePitCrew2000 hashtag Ask Tobi. Rather than a car swap, do you feel hashtag FE would benefit from pit stops with battery and tire changes? Basically, Formula E would profit from tire changes, but not batteries. I know there have been ideas in the 1970s to build electric Formula cars like the Formula E cars are right now, but it was not a championship, so this is why Formula E is called the first fully electric championship series. Basically, the cars went into the pit lane and they changed the battery there, so it would work, but I do not think that it is necessary for Formula E to change the batteries within the race. Rather, I would say they are developing into the right direction with the lifespan of the batteries extending and not having to stop in the middle of the race. So batteries, no, and tires, probably yes, but it is unlikely that they will do. Jason Harry 40 asks at ThePitCrew2000 hashtag Ask Tobi, with the London ePrix being held, do you think there would be any chance of Formula 1 following suit? Basically, there is a chance of Formula 1 being in London, but as there's still a Silverstone, I cannot imagine Formula 1 cars racing around Westminster or Piccadilly Circus. I have no idea where they could race, maybe Battersea Park as well, but I don't think that Formula 1 will come to London in the next time or next years. I know there has been a history of racing cars in London, but I think for the next time basically Formula E is going to be the only racing series in London. Maybe there is another season, championship stuff, joining, but I don't think it will be Formula 1. I could really imagine DTM cars racing there or BTCC, but that would take some time to figure out more plans and basically stuff. Yes! Sarah Birch at Sarah Shoot asks at ThePitCrew2000 hashtag Ask Tobi, hashtag London ePrix will having 2 races in London persuade people that Formula E is the way forward? I wouldn't say so. I know Formula E as the fact it is a racing series, an all-electric racing series, racing in towns, will help to persuade people that electric mobility is the future. But 2 races have no effect there. It could be 1 race as well and the effect would be just the same. 2 races are not senseless, but in terms of bringing people towards electric mobility, it has no effect. Ed Rugering at ThePitCrew2000 asks, Ask Tobi, apart from the venues in Formula E's inaugural season, are there cities where you want an ePrix to be held? For example, Prague, Oslo and any other locations which haven't been included into Formula E's schedule yet. Surely there are so many venues I would like to see Formula E cars racing around. I really like the idea of Oslo. Basically all Scandinavian countries are in the better class of electric mobility, or basically mobility not having to do anything with CO2 emissions. Basically when you are in Denmark, for example, you see people cycling down the streets and it is nowhere else like this. However, I still like the idea of racing in Hong Kong or Singapore. We should have more Asian and maybe African races in the future. Africa would really boost Formula E up a bit. Other than that, I think it is likely to see Formula E in Montreal, which almost is sealed. There's just the confirmation to be made from the officials, but the mayor of Montreal already said yes, we are going to have Formula E here in Montreal, maybe for the next season. Apart from that, I mean, Paris is in talks, Vancouver is in talks, and I think we're going to have more races in America, more races hopefully in Scandinavia, or even a race in Scandinavia, Asia, and I would love to see racing in an African country. Take for instance some South African country there, or Egypt, I have no idea, but somewhere in Africa would really be a great thing for Formula E. At Wojtek WebDev asks, at Jackie Flutter, without using the hashtag AskTobi, you have to use it. How cool was it being a photographer at the Berlin ePrix? And it was awesome. Apparently I have not been confirmed as a photographer. I actually am editor basically of the Berlin ePrix, but with my wait, give me a second. Wonderful thing here, media. I was able to get into the photographer spots, and I still kept it, and with that my press card, and yes, focus. Don't you even focus. And it's been quite a time since I wore that the last time, but I still have it, and it was awesome. I mean, I took so many fantastic pictures. There is no other word than fun. I was told not to use the F word anymore. Fantastic. And here's maybe you're seeing some pictures right now I took, and I have no idea, but being at the Berlin ePrix the weekend was awesome, and I am already looking forward to the next season. I mean, it has already been a month since I was there. I remember shooting pictures of, I think it was a dragon train, right next to Shiv from Current E, and it was an honor really to stand right next to him and take the very same picture as him, and Jesus Christ, I'm looking forward to 2016.
I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts, and I am too sexy for...
So that was it. My battery is going to run out of energy, as Formula E does. Basically, I'm so looking forward. I'm pumped for the London ePrix this weekend. I hope you tune into ITV4, I think it is in the UK, and watch the very last race. Phone is ringing. Na, unten rechts. Ja, tja, Mallorca ist halt eine Insel, wa? Nee, noch nicht. Alles klar. Ja, krieg ich hin. Okay. Yep, that was my mom calling me. Anyway, I have no idea where I stopped talking, but I am looking forward to the London ePrix. I am pumped, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I will do. I will do live commentary on the ThePitCrew's Twitter account over the weekend, and I hope you enjoy it as well. Until the next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked, and yes, thank you very much indeed. Goodbye.